everyone, it's Halloween and I am here at one of my favorite stores to grab everything that I need. So wine, snacks, decorations. Then later I'm gonna take you guys back with me. We're gonna taste some of the wines and have a little fun. Let's do it. Lots of different palettes to please, and I want to keep it sort of Halloween themed. This is going to be perfect right here. This dragon on the bottle. I love this. Girl and Dragon Pinot Grigio. This is from the Vento, which is great because we love finding grapes that are from their origin. I really like this as an option for my guests who are going to want some white wine, but we are going to need some red wine. So let's look for something like a full-bodied red, something maybe a little spicy, kind of dark and brooding. This is great. Tall Dark Stranger, do we not love this bottle? This is a Malbec. Again, find the grapes from the places that they're most known. So Argentina, a great place to look for Malbec from. The only thing about this wine is that it's gonna be in need of a little bit of air, but I think that I can solve for that in a sort of fun, creative, Halloween-themed way. And then we need a light-bodied red because I know there's some few people that are not gonna drink full-bodied red, so maybe a Pinot Noir from Oregon, Firesteed, Oregon Pinot Noir 2019. It's gonna go well with a lot of different foods and it's gonna please a lot of palates. I really like this option. Let's go find some food that we can snack on with our wines.
We fly!
This is gonna be perfect to make chicken tinga. We needed some chipotles. This is the key ingredient. So let's grab this, the other ingredients, and then I'm also gonna do a little hummus and a board, something cheese and Halloween themed. So let's grab everything we need.
It's right here, right? It's looking at me.
I ain't afraid no ghosts. This is so awesome. I'm obsessed with Ghostbusters. I think I maybe just found my Halloween costume. We're in the Hide and Eek boutique within Target, and so costume, check. Now we've got to find some decorations, some things to fill in that Halloween spread, and some other fun things, because why not? Woo! That's quite the haul. I'm so excited. I got so many things, and now it's time to unpack. Taste some wine, I'll show you my spread, but let's look for a little Halloween magic to make this happen, shall we?
We can do better than that, I think.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm really, really happy with all of the Halloween goodness that is happening in front of me right now. Pinot Grigio, this is what's chilling in my bucket right now with a little dry ice underneath of it. I love Pinot Grigio when I'm doing a party or I've got lots of different people that I'm entertaining for a couple of reasons. One, it's generally a really good value. You don't find very many expensive Pinot Grigios. And two, it's a really nice neutral grape. So I like to think of this as like the cheddar cheese of the wine world. It's like everybody loves it. It's easy, it's delicious, it's fresh, it's inviting, and it's sort of uncomplicated, which is what I'm looking for. One thing you want to do with Pinot Grigio, though, I will say, is make sure you get it nice and cold. This is not a grape that likes to be room temp. We want to get this really chilly, so make sure if you've got ice or dry ice, make sure it's nice and cold. I'm working with tumblers. This is what I'm going to be serving for Halloween. This is what my guests are getting. I'm not breaking out the good stems tonight because lots going on. I also have markers on the side here, which I always recommend. If you've got lots of different people in the same glass, go ahead and write your name on it on the side and it'll wash right off. Right off the bat, lots of that gorgeous, like squeezed citrus, like somebody just took a Meyer lemon and just twisted it right into this glass. For people who love things that are a little tangy, a little more citrus driven, like if you're someone that loves a spindrift that's grapefruit or lemon or lime, this is a great wine for you. If this were a Halloween costume, I don't know, it'd probably be like a Kardashian or something. Just kind of fun, easy, everybody kind of loves them. And this is what I love about Pinot Grigio and serving it at parties. This is a great, great wine to pair with lots of different foods. Vegetables are great with it, cheeses are great with it, and I'm excited to serve it to my guests. We're gonna go to this Firesteed Oregon Pinot 2019. Do not worry about that screw top. It does not mean anything other than it's easier to get open, see? Much faster. Pinot Noir from Oregon, one of my favorite places to get Pinot Noir these days. There's so much quality happening here. Winemakers all over California, even in Burgundy, where Pinot Noir is probably most famous, are flocking to this region because they have heard and they know that Pinot Noir is happening, and it's really, really exciting. Pinot Noir, light-bodied grape, almost always gonna be light-bodied. But this to me smells like fall. This smells like someone just struck a match, lit a fire. There's pumpkins all around. It smells really spicy and seasonal. If you can imagine fall in a glass, that's kind of what Pinot is to me. And it just has that great cherry, strawberry, nice and fruity, but there's something earthy and savory underneath of it, which come this time of year, I want a little bit of both. I'm not quite ready to let go of summer, but I'm also not quite ready to latch onto those winter months. I love that sort of in-between wine. I think if this wine were a different drink, it might be like the pumpkin spice latte, and I mean that in a good way, of wines. It's really fun, really approachable. It feels very seasonal, but it is so delicious, and we look forward to it every year. One more sip. This to me is the most versatile of all of the three wines we're gonna be talking about today. Don't be afraid to put a tiny little chill on this wine. This is a pro tip. Don't serve your red wines too warm. We want this with a tiny bit of a chill. It's gonna brighten it up. It's almost like you gave it a little bit of a shock of electricity, and it just makes it exciting. Okay, let's go to our last wine, the Malbec. Tall, dark stranger, Malbec from Argentina. That's where this grape is coming from. This is probably right now, for Malbec, though it did not originate in Argentina, this is the place that everyone loves Malbec from. Oh yeah, you can already see the colors so different, right? We've gone from that sort of garnet ruby to something much more purple and violet. Isn't that pretty? Classic Malbec, always gonna be this color, this kind of purpley hued, violet, intense, really, really bold, really fun color. Gorgeous, gorgeous nose. It's a little bit floral, got a lot of red fruit behind it, a lot going on in this glass. But here's the thing about Malbec. It is so full-bodied and oftentimes has a lot of tannin, that astringency, that thing that dries your mouth out, almost feels like cotton balls. And these full-bodied wines, sometimes they want a little extra air. And so for that reason, we sometimes like to decant them, which means we're gonna pour this bottle into another vessel. And so I think I mentioned earlier when I was having a little fun at the store that I had something in mind. So I set up this sort of seasonally inspired, Halloween-inspired magic potion station. And I always keep these on hand, these Erlenmeyer flasks, say that 10 times. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna decant this Malbec into the flask here. This is all you do, literally. We're just pouring it from one vessel to the other. It's gonna make it a little bit more approachable. This is what we call letting the wine breathe, right? So this is giving it air. This is giving it a lot of surface area up top here. And so we'll kind of move it around a little bit, get some movement going. And then in a few minutes, this will be good to go. So if you're serving a Halloween party like I am, where you've got a bunch of different people coming over, this is a great thing to do about 30 minutes before your guests get here. You could even stick this in the fridge, get it down to a nice temperature, and then take it out just as soon as they arrive to have it be at that perfect 55 degrees. Juicy, full-bodied. If you're a Cabernet lover, if that is your jam, if you're a wine lover that loves a lot of body, loves a lot of structure, Malbec's a great alternative variety to go to. This always feels like kind of that rock and roll vibe, something a little edgier. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this wine. This to me is the wine that really inspired the chicken tinga, which I have over here. This is a Mexican dish from the state of Puebla. This is a dish that you can make a few different ways. There's many different recipes. This is done in the slow cooker here. It's great for situations like this when you want to do a set it and forget it. So you throw your chicken in, a little oregano, some bay leaf, some chicken broth, chipotles, which are really the thing that gives it a little bit of that smoky feel. And again, with this Malbec, you get a little bit of that spiciness, you get a little bit of that smokiness, and it pairs so well with the chipotles and the tomatoes and the chicken. When you're doing a dish like this, Pinot Grigio will work just fine because it is a grape and it is a wine that can kind of ebb and flow through lots of different dishes. But red wine is really where this dish shines. For this situation, I didn't want to do anything that was complicated. I decided to do something like this where you could just serve it yourself. You have your chips if you want them. I added some crackers over here. I feel like I'm missing one other thing though.
All right. This chick is toast.
Okay, now we're ready. How good is this? I love it. All right, I've got my Ghostbusters costume, which has been a dream of mine since I was a child to be a Ghostbuster. And I've got my wine, I've got all my food. Now I just need some friends and some trick-or-treaters and we're all set. Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all for the next one at Thanksgiving. Cheers.